Most people that drive from the capital region north, they take the tunnel and skip this place here. This is Hvalfjörður, and 80 years ago this used to be home to HMS Baldur, a massive naval base in the World War II, where at its peak over 40,000 troops were deployed here, and at any given point there could be up to 100 naval ships anchored at these very waters. But why here, of all places? Because it's steep, it's narrow, and it's protected from the open Atlantic. This was the assembly point for the Arctic Convoys. Merchant ships filled with tanks, planes, and food would gather right here before making the suicide run. If you look out there now, it's empty, but in 1942 you could practically walk across the fjord by jumping from ship to ship. You can still see scars from the occupation everywhere around here, just if you look closely enough. On my right side you can see remains of piers, tanks for the fueling stations that are slowly being weathered away. The British moved in before the US. They moved in May 1940, but the Americans took over operations shortly after. They built over 1,000 Nissen huts around this fjord. For the local farmers it was like a sci-fi movie. Suddenly this quiet fjord was the center stage for a giant war machine. If you want to see the scale of what happened here, then Hlaðir was at the center of all of this. This area served as headquarters for the naval commanders. It's hard to imagine now. When it was all going on, this place had cinemas, hospitals, and even telephone exchanges. They had an anti-submarine net stretching across the mouth of the fjord to make sure that German U-boats weren't able to sneak in and pick off the fleet one by one. When the war ended, the military left almost as quickly as they arrived. They sank equipment into the fjord or simply walked away from the huts. Today, the whales have returned and the silence has taken back the valley. When you look at all of these old foundations, you realize for a brief moment this fjord was at the center of the war, and in some way and some part the fate of the world rested right here in Hvalfjörður. Next time when heading north, maybe take the long way. The history is worth the extra 40-minute drive, in my opinion at least.